Imagine dropping a single dollar bill onto a table. Nothing special. Just a small piece of paper. Easy to ignore. Easy to lose. And yet that dollar is about to do something remarkable. It will help pay a worker, fund a business, generate taxes, support a loan, influence an investment, all long after it leaves your hands. Which raises a strange question. What actually happens to a dollar after you spend it? Most people never think about it. They buy a coffee, hand over some cash, and the story seems finished. But economically speaking, that's where the story begins. And the journey of a single dollar reveals something most people never fully see: how the entire economy works. Imagine it's Monday morning. You walk into a coffee shop and buy a coffee for $5. One of those dollars is the dollar we're following. You hand it to the cashier. Transaction complete. At least that's what it looks like. The customer gets coffee. The coffee shop gets paid. End of story. Except it isn't. Because money is different from almost everything else we buy. Food gets eaten. Fuel gets burned. Clothes wear out. Money keeps moving. The coffee shop owner takes the day's revenue and starts dividing it. Part goes toward employee wages. Part goes toward rent. Part goes toward utilities. Part goes toward coffee suppliers. Part goes toward taxes. That single dollar instantly starts traveling in multiple directions. It's like dropping a pebble into a pond. The splash is small. The ripples spread much farther than expected. The employee who receives part of that dollar later buys groceries. The grocery store pays suppliers. Suppliers pay trucking companies. Truck drivers buy fuel. Fuel companies pay workers. Workers spend money somewhere else. The original coffee purchase now affects people who have never met the customer. People living in different cities, working different jobs, living completely different lives. $1 quietly connects them all. And that's one of the most important ideas in economics. Money matters because it moves. Economists call this the velocity of money. The term sounds complicated. The idea isn't. Velocity simply measures how often money changes hands. Imagine two towns. Both have exactly $1 million. In the first town, people spend money regularly. Businesses invest. Workers earn wages and buy goods. Money moves constantly. In the second town, everyone becomes nervous. People stop spending. Businesses delay expansion. Consumers save every dollar they can. The amount of money is exactly the same, but the economy feels completely different. Why? Because money sitting still creates very little activity. Money moving creates opportunities, jobs, and growth. Movement matters, and our dollar is still moving. Eventually it reaches a bank. This is where things become more interesting. Most people imagine banks as giant storage lockers. You deposit money. The bank keeps it safe. Simple. But that's not really how modern banking works. Banks don't just store money. They lend it. When money enters a bank, much of it eventually gets loaned out. Some becomes a mortgage. Some helps someone buy a car. Some helps a business expand. The dollar starts moving again. Only now it's moving through the financial system itself. This creates one of the strangest features of modern banking. The same dollar can support multiple financial relationships at the same time. A depositor still sees money in their account. A borrower gains access to funds. A business receives capital. The bank earns interest. $1 starts doing several jobs at once. This process helps economies grow far beyond the amount of physical cash that exists. But it also creates risk, because the entire system depends on trust. As long as people trust banks, the system functions smoothly. When trust disappears, problems appear quickly. History has shown this again and again. A rumor spreads. People panic. Everyone wants their money immediately. Suddenly, a system designed for normal behavior faces extraordinary pressure. And that's often how financial crises begin. Not with numbers, with confidence, or the loss of it. Meanwhile, our dollar continues its journey. And almost everywhere it goes, someone takes a small share. Taxes. Businesses pay taxes. Employees pay taxes. Investors pay taxes. Consumers pay taxes. Governments collect revenue nearly every time money changes hands. Which explains why governments care so much about economic activity. They don't just need money. They need money moving. A frozen economy creates problems for workers, businesses, and governments alike. The flow of money keeps the system operating. But the story doesn't stop there. Some of those dollars eventually reach investors. Businesses earn profits. Those profits are often reinvested. New equipment, new technology, new buildings, new employees. The same dollar that helped buy a cup of coffee might eventually contribute to a factory expansion, or a startup company, or a research project. And this reveals another hidden truth. Money isn't just a thing. It's information. Every purchase sends a signal. Buy more coffee. Produce more coffee. Buy more houses. Build more houses. Buy more smartphones. Manufacture more smartphones. Millions of spending decisions create patterns. Businesses watch those patterns closely. Investors watch them too. Entire industries rise and fall based on where money flows. A single dollar seems insignificant. But billions of dollars moving in similar directions can reshape entire economies. Then something even stranger happens. The dollar itself changes. Not physically. Economically. This is inflation. Imagine placing a dollar in a drawer and leaving it there for 20 years. When you come back, the paper looks almost identical, but its purchasing power may be very different. It might buy much less than before. That's because inflation slowly changes what money can purchase. Most of the time it happens gradually. Quietly. Year after year, like a tiny leak that nobody notices at first. One drop, then another, then another. Every time a dollar changes hands, that system comes alive again. And somewhere tomorrow, another dollar will land on another counter. Its journey will begin. It will travel through businesses, banks, governments, investors, and households. Most people will never see where it goes. Yet every one of us participates in that journey every day. The question isn't where the dollar goes next. The question is whether the entire economy is really just a giant network of trust. And if that trust ever breaks, what happens to everything built on top of it?